lore
All
and
right,
not the
this is
actual
a
dates.
this is just an extra piece in here. Quay. I don't know where you can put this in at, but you can put it in wherever. So we was online. Me and Jimmy was online on Comcade. Comcade? Is it called Comcade? I don't know what the name of the once it's called Comcade. But we were on this thing and one of the admins posted that Tekken is the long in the Guinness Book of World Records for the longest running storyline in video
Yeah,
game history.
Gotcha.
and I
And
think they talk about just the lore. That's what I'm going off of.
so
Just the lore.
I didn't read the thing because I was like, that's debatable. And
Yeah, he said
My boy Lee was like, nah, it's not Street Fighter because of this. It's not, this and that. He said it's not Streets of Rage because they had longer gap. So I was like, yo, King of Fighters technically has the longest lore of any
we
video
just
game.
go back to Fate of Fury. It goes back to Fate of
Yeah,
Fury.
it goes back to
Yep.
Fatal Fury,
With the
Art of
Bogart
Fighting,
brothers.
Fatal
The
Fury,
Bogart brothers.
Art of Fighting. Yep.
um,
Art of Fighting.
River City Ransom.
But I think, yeah, River City, I
think
remember
so.
those two. But I think the reason why it goes back to the lore in Tekken, because you got to remember, Yoshimitsu goes all the way back to the 1300s. You know what I'm saying? His storyline goes back to the 1300s.
no, but they
12th
weren't
century.
talking about the lore though. They were talking
But I
about
think-
game. They were talking about game story. And I was like, it was this is the
You can't say
longest.
game, Street Fighters ran longer than Tekken, so you can't say that. Street
That's what I
Fighters run
told him,
longer.
and he was like no, because
It gotta be the
it goes
storyline.
Street
It has to
Fighter
be.
1, Street Fighter 2, and then goes the Alpha.
Yeah,
but they're saying that this is
Soul Blades.
listen, they're
Well,
saying
that was
that
a year
this
after,
is
yeah.
this goes continuously. It goes from Tekken 1, 2, 3, 4, blah blah blah. And I was like,
Oh, I get it. Because when you get to Street Fighter 3, you jump back in time. You don't go forward.
yeah,
You don't go forward. It jumps back. Street Fighter 3 and 4 goes. You know what I mean?
backwards.
It go back. It's back.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I understand what they're trying to say.
because
But
Street
then
Fighter,
that's
Street
still the
Fighter
lore.
3 is the last one, right? Street Fighter 3 is technically number 5,
Yeah.
and Street Fighter 5
That's
is
gonna-
number
yep.
4.
You
and
mean
5
like
is number
right,
straight
yeah.
continuity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's probably going on continuity.
Okay.
But
So-
That's why I
King
think
of Fighters
that's
still
how
has that.
Yeah, King of
How
Fighters
far
still
back
literally
it goes
moves forward. Huh? What'd you say, Jimmy?
I said I thought it was how far back you can go with the storyline, because if you go with Tekken, I mean, this like you said, Fatal Fury, King of Fighters, Art of Fighting, that storyline is way longer than Tekken because they've been out way longer, and that's still one story being carried over to 2, 3.
And I
different
told him
games.
that. He goes, well, it
Come on,
has
brother.
different arcs. I was like,
What
but
about Killer
continue.
Instinct?
No, Killer
It's the
Instinct only
Bogart
made 2
brothers,
games.
though. It's still the Bogart brothers.
What
It's
about
still
Killer
got the,
Instinct?
Killer Instinct only has 2
carrying over the
games.
story. Huh?
Killer Instinct.
No,
only
but
has 2 games.
the story is continuous.
Yeah, but it's only
Right.
2 games. King of Fighters
only
been
2
out since 1990?
Yeah, but Fatal Fury.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
From
So it
here.
started King of Fighters
Started in
is
80s.
really in Fatal Fury because they're doing the King of Fighters tournament in Fatal Fury.
Uh-huh.
So
Right,
it's moving
so-
from Fatal Fury, Art of Fighting.
Yeah. The King
I
of
think
Fighters.
Samurai Showdown ends up joining the thing, but then when they do King of
That's still
Fighters
separate, yeah.
is when it starts to move over the story, and they still have the side stories with Art of Fighting and King of Fighters, and there's another one too.
Is it longer than
Something of the
Virtual
Wolf.
Fighter?
Something of
Yes.
the Wolf. I can't remember the
Yeah.
other one. Something of the
It
Wolf.
is longer than Virtual Fighter?
Yes,
Yeah.
King
Yes,
of Fighters
way
is up
longer
to
than Virtual
15. 15 is coming out.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
Virtual
come out
Fighters
this year.
been out.
King of Fighters
Virtual
15. They made King of Fighters has been making a game every year to 2003.
Right.
Then they stopped, and then they made 2000.
11.
Yeah, they made
Started in the 80s.
So, all right,
13.
just
Started
so
in
I'm
the
clear,
80s.
your criteria is continuous story
yeah,
and long-standing continuation as far as game coming out.
storyline. Yeah,
Okay.
Tekken has to me is the second longest because Tekken's been out since what 96.
Well, Street
95?
Fighter's been out longer than that.
Yeah, but Street Fighter jumps around. I think that's what it is. It's one
Right.
long continuous.
But that's what I was saying. Yeah, one long continuous story. But then
Story
it got to be
resets
Tekken.
itself.
It has to be Tekken.
Okay.
Or Soul Blades.
Now even that story resets itself. Remember they brought in the youngsters?
Yeah, exactly. That resets.
Yeah, they brought it.
So-
they brought
Yeah,
in
with
the
Soul
young-
Calibur. It reset. It reset it with Soul Calibur. It ain't reset. It just revamped because Cervantes was no longer the boss.
Right.
He was actually a playable character in Soul Calibur 1. Cervantes was the boss in Soul Blades, though. Or it was called something else too. Soul Blades, and it was
Come on, Last Blade.
No, it was Soul something. Soul.
It wasn't
It
Soul Edge?
was Soul Edge.
Soul Edge.
Soul Blade.
Soul Edge
Soul
and Soul
Blade.
Blade is the same game. It's the same game.
Yeah.
Two different consoles, though. You know what I'm saying? You had one on
Dreamcast.
Dreamcast, which was Soul Edge. You had PlayStation 1, which was Soul Blades. You know what I'm saying? PlayStation 1. So it was the same game, though. Same exact game, almost the same cover, the same boss, which was Nightmare. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
I still think King of Fighters because, and this is the argument. I said it's literally the longest running storyline, and I said it back from Fate of Fury. I said the only difference is that they made it like an anime where there's different arcs, where they had the Orochi arc, then they had the clone arc, then they had the I forgot the one with Ignis.
The first anime for that thing came out in 92, 93.
What, talking about Fate of Fury?
Fate of Fury, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
It's actually on Tubi. It's on Tubi TV.
They never made a King of Fighters. They made a King of Fighters movie, which was bullshit. That movie was
the live action.
Yeah, that shit was so whack.
Oh yeah,
they're making a new one that's CG.
Yeah, I want to see that. That's probably going to be good.
And I know they had the little side story, Maximum Impact, and they had Sky, whatever the side games. I don't count the side games because he tried to count the side games. It was like, oh, well, them making the side games mean continue story. I was like, well, you got freaking X-Men versus Tekken. I mean, Street Fighter versus Tekken, and then you got Tekken.
You got side stories of Street Fighter, yeah.
And he was like, well, Capcom made Street Fighter versus Tekken. I was like, it don't matter. It's still the same characters in the game, but you still got Tekken Tag 1 and 2 and whatever that volleyball shit that they did. I know they got other side stories. So like, to me, I feel like it's the longest running, Comcade etc. It's the longest running King of Fighters to me. It's the longest running.
I think it is.
I know. I recorded to record this conversation.
Oh, okay.
All right. What's this? What you sent me, Ralph? What's this?
That's the trailer for the King of Fighters movie that's going to come out in 2022.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I watched that.
So yeah. So I don't know. I think Guinness got this wrong. I feel like they got it wrong. King of Fighters has been doing it for a long time. Even if you just do King of Fighters,
I think it's dealing with the lore of the story. I think it's how far back the lore of the story goes up until now, because they run all the way up until current time, from back to the 1400s to this current time, and it's straightforward story from one. You know what I mean? The lore.
But you don't go. All right, if you're going about lore, Kyo and Iori's family been at war since I don't even know how long. They've been at war. Their family's been at war for a long time. That's why they're fighting in the King of Fighters. Yeah,
that's for what?
They've been fighting for centuries. That's why they're in the game now. They're fighting in the game. They're not. And what's crazy is
I think it's lore, but I know the lore goes back. I mean, actually Yoshimitsu lore goes all the way back to Soul Edge. See what I'm saying? His lore goes all the way back to Soul Edge. He was the first to get Soul Edge. You know what I'm saying?
And I think I want to do. I got to do a comparison. I want to say
12th century. I mean,
speaking of Yoshimitsu, because Yoshimitsu is one of the. I mean, I know they all kind of have a new outfit, but Yoshimitsu has the most character changes in the video game.
It's different people, though. They're different. They're not the same person. The sword is being passed on to his apprentices. Yeah, that's why
Yoshimitsu
the first Yoshimitsu fought with his left hand. And then in the next
character.
one, he fought with his right hand. Yeah, that's because they were two different.
Yoshimitsu is the title of the character. It's not the guy.
Right. Yeah, he passes on his legacy.
Yoshimitsu is the legacy.
One of his apprentices. Yeah.
That's
why the hand's always switching, or the style is kind of tweaked.
Yeah.
It's almost.
That's why his look keeps changing too.
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
Yeah, they different people. Yeah.
I was going to say
the first one, the original Yoshimitsu was from Soul Calibers. You know what I mean? The 1100s, 12th century. The one in Tekken is a descendant, somebody he passed on the legacy. If you notice, they fight different, and their swords are
it's a title.
Yeah, the swords are in different hands. That's how you know. Somebody broke the lore down. I was like, oh, I never even peeped that. You know what I mean? They was just breaking the lore. Oh, that makes so much sense. Yeah. You know what I mean? Then you look at all the Tekkens and you see that is different people. Like I think we have 4 different Yoshimitsus in Tekken alone.
Same thing with King and Armor King, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's passed down. I think you told me that thing.
Right.
The mantle's
Right,
passed down.
Yeah.
Also, too, I mean, this is King of Fighters, but from what I understand from King of Fighters, Terry Bogard has won every single King of Fighters tournament, according to their lore. Because the back of his jacket, it says 94, and there's no date ended. It says the King of Fighters.
Oh, right.
Jacket, it says
That was my
still
favorite
running
character.
94, and there's no end date. So
Even though his brother had kind of better moves, he was my favorite character.
Oh, Andy
Yes,
Bogard. Ain't that your favorite character too, Tig?
Yep. Love
Andy's my favorite.
Love Andy and Billy.
Between the two, yeah, Andy's my favorite. But all-time
He had
favorite
better
character,
moves, but Terry was the better.
Kim is my favorite character, bar none.
Mine's Terry Bogard. I always loved Terry Bogard.
Yeah, me too.
We had so many things in common, you know. We both we did. Yo, his initials is TB, my initials is TB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
The end.
We both love wolves. You know?
Yep.
Our first name is 5 letters.
Me too. A lot of time thinking about this too.
But I understand we wear the same shoe size,
We the fuck the same girl back in the day.
Like jeans. I like
You just spent a lot of time thinking about this. You
Yo,
really?
So when I was a kid, that's why I gravitated. I was like, oh, my initials is TBs. That's why I play with him. Terry Bogard.
Yeah, he's dope.
But like out of all King of Fighters, though, even though I love Terry Bogard, Kyo is my favorite. I love Kyo. Kyo and Benny Maru and Yori, but Kyo is always my favorite. And I'm playing right now King of Fighters 14.
Damn, I should have got it when it was on sale. I don't know why
I didn't get. You know what's crazy? I got 13. I'm like looking for it everywhere.
They gave us that one for free.
I didn't get it because I was like, oh, I already got it, and I can't remember where I had it. That shit is on my PS3, which is in my girl's house. Because I let her daughter play my PS3. Well, she don't even play it, but I gave it to her over there, and I was looking for it. I was like, yo, I know I played King of Fighters 13, and I couldn't find it. I just realized that I had it on PS.
Yeah, they had that thing on sale, man. And they was giving up the one with the pack for like $23. It was 12 and some change for the regular standard version. It was like 23 for like the
King of Fighters.
Yeah, and I was gonna get it. I had it in my cart. I went in my cart yesterday. They wanted fucking $70 for that thing. I was like, oh, I'll take this out the cart. Damn. It was on PlayStation. Take this shit out the cart fast.
Because I wanted to buy the DLC characters, but it's $20 for 4 characters. I was like, I ain't doing that shit. Get that. I mean, as much as I want to play with Rock Howard and Whip, it ain't no point. And what's his name, Angel?
Hyder.
Go to hell.
Soul Calibur?
Huh?
Anybody? Soul Calibur?
Nah, that game was up there with Dead or Alive for me.
Oh nah, Soul Calibur is way better than Dead or Alive.
It probably is, but it's up there with it. You just press one button.
I never got into it like seriously.
See, I was a big fan of it. They had the weapons, so it was like different from any other game. You know, as far as
Dead or Alive was just mad simple. Like,
this is not simple as Dead or Alive. This is not simple like that. This is not like a one hit. You can hit it one button.
But wait,
It's more intricate.
What's called had weapons too. Bannery and Toshid did have weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I like that game. But that was that. I'm talking about
I hope they remake it.
That game.
Sony came out and said
Bloody Roar, son. That's what I'm waiting.
That was the birth to a lot of games, 3D games. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That was the first. That was a
PlayStation. Bring back Bloody Roar.
But Bloody Roar.
They are bringing back Bloody Roar. I seen
Bloody Roar's not Sony.
Bloody Roar.
Bloody Roar's
they got a new Bloody Roar
Sony
coming out. Yeah, it got a new one coming out. I seen the new the trailer for the new one.
Okay. Who makes Bloody Roar? I forgot who makes it. It's not Capcom.
No, it's not Capcom.
I think the company got bought by Tekken, didn't it?
I think so.
I don't remember who make it, but I seen the trailer. Is out. The game ain't out. I'm talking about it.
I gotta go.
And then,
I just realized what time.
My wife is going.
Oh yeah, you do. All right.
So fellas, thank you guys so much. Quay, you can probably edit this little part out if you do the headline. If not, just leave it in there. I don't know. But yeah.
I will come to edit out the part where we was talking about the gay people, so we won't get in trouble. So they don't censor, they'll ban your show on YouTube and shit.
Yeah. I mean, like, we weren't really. I mean, we shut it down pretty quickly. But I'll talk to him.
But I think I brought it back up.